What's up, everybody? Hope you had a Merry Christmas. I know I said I wasn't going to do anything post-Christmas, but I really love this song, and it's another Reliant K song from their CD, Let It Snow Baby, Let It Rain Dear, which is one of my favorite Christmas albums ever. I don't love every song on there, but most of them are really good. But it's two songs. The I Celebrate the Day song on there, I love it, and then this song, Boxing Day, are on here. And so I figured I was like, I missed a day during Christmas. Why don't I just throw this out there too, just for kicks and giggles? So we're not going to do like the normal song, but we're going to talk about this song and why I like it. And I'm definitely doing some wild interpretations, but I think it's good. So check out the CD; it's really good. It's one of the few Christmas CDs I own. It's excellent. But let's listen to this song. And I guess if you celebrate Boxing Day, happy Boxing Day. Let's do this thing. I'm gonna zoom out and show you the lyrics.
Take it all down. Christmas is over, but do not despair, but rather be glad we had a good year. Now let's have another, remembering all the good times that we had.
All right, that's verse 1. Take it all down. Christmas is over, but do not despair. Rather, be glad. Why? We had a good year. Now, let's have another, remembering all the good times that we had. All right? So, the old is gone. The past is done. The celebration is over. And that might lead us to despair that the good times are over. But we shouldn't despair. Rather, we should be glad. And so, we had a good year. So, well, let's have another. And we should remember, while we're having this new year, going into this new year, remember all the good times we had. All right, we'll go on to the chorus.
Oh, no more lights glistening, no more carols to sing. But Christmas, it makes way for spring.
All right, let's see if I can do this without having to change it. There we go. That'll have to do. All right, so, oh, no more lights glistening, no more carols to sing. So, all those beautiful things that we see and hear during the holidays, they're gone. Christmas is over. But Christmas, well, it makes way for spring. All right. So that is the verse 1 and chorus. So I know that all the great things that we look forward to and all the beauty that's everywhere and the celebratory spirit is gone. But you know what? When Christmas is gone, it makes way for spring. There's a new day coming. There's new life. All right, let's go to verse 2.
The hearts of man are bitter and weathered.
Those lyrics are wrong.
Cold as the snow that falls from above. But just for one day, we all came together. We showed the whole world
So this is wrong. It's the hearts of man are bitter and weathered. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Not bitter in weather, but bitter and weathered. They're worn down. They are as cold, the hearts of man are as cold as the snow that falls from above. But just for one day, we all came together. And what did we do? We showed the whole world that we know how to love. So even though we live, the hearts of man are sinful, and they are broken, and they are falling, and they are unable to be good because of our sinful, fallen nature. Despite that, for one day, as we celebrated the birth of Christ, we were able to come together and show that we do know how to love. There is good in us. We are made in the image of God, and so we have this ability to love. And so we, for a moment, saw a glimpse of that in the celebratory holiday celebrating Christ. All right, I think the rest is the chorus again, but we're just going to listen to it. And I'll talk about it later. I'm not going to listen to this and not sing it.
Christmas, it makes way for spring. Oh, no more lights glistening, no more carols to sing. But Christmas, it makes way for spring.
Okay, and that's basically it. There's some whistling at the end, so go listen to the whole thing. There's some cool instrumental things at the end, and it does say this, oh, remember that Christmas makes way for spring. So, one of the things that I think about when I'm hearing this song, and I know it's not in the song, it's not written that way, it's just one of the interpretations that I'm adding to the song, because I'm putting on my gospel lens, and I'm looking forward. So, Christmas makes way for spring. Alright, so I'm going to look at this in light of the fact that as in this life and death. So, I'm thinking of the cycle of death and rebirth. So you have winter, and all the things die, all the plants die. And then when spring comes, you have new birth. And we kind of see this in the gospel too. Like, we have the death of the old man and the new birth, which we have in Christ. And I think we also have this, whereas we've had this celebration of life, or Christmas, where we have lived for this short amount of time, where Christ has made us new. And so, though before our hearts of men were bitter and weathered, God has made us new, and we were able to show the whole world that we know how to love because Christ has made us new creatures. But what happens? We die. The Christmas is over. Our life is ended. But don't despair. Don't be sad. Rather be glad. Why? Because Christmas, it makes way for spring. So when we die, when we leave this world of suffering and pain, Christmas may be behind us, but spring is coming. The frost melts away. I think of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, where Aslan finally returns, and that winter is gone, and spring comes, new life comes to the world. And so now we live in this Christmas time where we have the hope of the gospel within us, and we're sharing it out to all the world. But we know that when death comes for us, that death is not the end for the Christian, because what's next is spring. It's the return of Christ, where all things are set right, where new life comes. And obviously I'm reading into this, but I can't help but think of the future and the hope that comes in the gospel, in Christ. The spring that we long for, where Christ comes and he puts an end to this endless winter that we live in, and spring comes. And so that, I don't know, I love the song. I know, like, they're zoomed in on Christmas and the post Christmas feeling of having to go back to work, and put all the decorations and celebrations that we celebrated for Christmas are over and move on to the next thing. But I'm going to zoom out and think of this in the grand scheme, where we live in this world where people are dying because of sin and because of death. But for the Christian, sin and death is not the end. We had a good year. Well, there's going to be another year coming. Spring comes in the morning, and so all those dead saints, they're going to come back, and we're going to be able to live in fullness of faith with God, with them, with the saints of old, the people who have gone before us, our dear, loved Christian brothers and sisters that have died already. We're going to see them again. And so don't fear. Don't despair. Rather, be glad. We've had a good life. We've had a good one. Well, let's look forward to that next year that's coming. God bless you. Have a good year. We'll see you next year. Peace.